Good morning children, welcome back. I am Divya and we are going to continue with the chapter India's Natural Resources, Soil and Forest Wealth. So in the last class we have started the forest wealth. So we are going to continue with that. So there are 5 types of forest: the evergreen forest, deciduous forest and the coniferous forest has been covered. Today we will be going through the thorn forest and tidal forest. Okay? So thorn forest, these forests are also called the dry forest. Okay? So these forests are also called the dry forest or the dry desert forest. They grow in places that have scanty rainfall. Scanty means very less. Scanty means very less. Very less. Scanty means very less. So in the picture you can see that it's very dry, isn't it? Very less vegetation is there, natural vegetation. What is natural vegetation? The trees and plants which grow by themselves. Right. So as there is very less rainfall, the vegetation is, natural vegetation is drier. And the thorn forest trees are date palm, babul and cactus. So as the rainfall is very less, the trees which we can find in this forest is the date palm, babul and cactus. So I will show you a video. You don't have to show some map work, but you don't have to study that. Just for your reference, I am showing it. Okay?
Thorny and scrub forests. Thorny and scrub forests are mostly found in and around the dry desert areas of Gujarat, Rajasthan, parts of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and parts of the Deccan Plateau. We find mostly bushes growing in such forests. The trees have long roots, a thick bark, sharp and small thorns, and can survive on very little water for a long time. Thorny and scrub forests have mostly babur, kikar and date palms.
Okay. So this is the video where the dry desert forest is being shown. As I have told you, you don't have to study the places where this kind of forest is found. Then the next type of forest is tidal forest. In the previous classes, that is in the first term, you have studied about the deltas. Right? So it's a triangulated part of the river at the end, where the river ends or end up with the ocean, where there the sediments are being deposited, creating a delta. Right? So these are the places where we can find this tidal forest. So tidal forest is otherwise known as the mangrove forest. So two names can be used, tidal forest or the mangrove forest. They grow where? They grow in the deltas along the coast. Coast means tira, kadal tira, allengil river side. Okay? So tidal forest or mangrove forest grow in the deltas along the coast. These forests are flooded by sea water, as it is a coastal region, a coastal area. It is found in coastal areas. So these places are flooded by sea water. These forests are flooded by sea water. Here you can see, this is the tree. So sea water will get flooded. And one of the best examples for the tidal forest is the Sundarbans. Sundarbans is a tidal forest in West Bengal. So in West Bengal, it's the forest is referred to as bans. And in this forest, where in the West Bengal, the forest, this tidal forest have more number of Sundari trees. Okay? Sundari trees are found in West Bengal, the tidal forest of West Bengal, and that is why the forest got the name Sundarbans. Okay? So large number of Sundari trees are found there, and that is the reason why the tidal forest in West Bengal is named as Sundarbans. It is not given in your textbook, just for your information I am telling. So tidal forest is otherwise known as the mangrove forest. It grows in the deltas along the coast. These forests are flooded by seawater. Alright? And what is the example? Which is the example for the tidal forest? The Sundarbans. This is the example for India as well as in the world. It is famous. So Sundarbans is a tidal forest in West Bengal. We have studied two types of forest. One is the dry desert forest or the thorn forest, and the second one is tidal forest, or otherwise known as the mangrove forest. So as we have learned about the different types of forest, we should know what are the uses of it. So different uses are there. Forest is very important for us, not only for the human beings but also for the animals, birds and insects. It is very important. So I had made down as points. The first one is forest keep the air cool and purify the air. It keeps the air cool. So when we are outside and if it's too sunny, we will try to find out the places where it's having shade. So if there is a tree, we will definitely be standing there. Why? Because the air is cool and it purifies the air. The forest or the trees purifies the air. It cleans the air. Purify means clean. It cleans the air. It cleans the air. It purifies the air. So if there is impurities, other harmful gases are there, it will purify it. Right? Then they prevent soil erosion. What is soil erosion? You might have seen when there is heavy rainfall, the top soil is being carried away by the rainwater. So soil is being carried away. Soil is being carried away. When? During the heavy rainfall. So when the topsoil is being carried away, we call it soil erosion. So the forest or the trees prevent the soil erosion. They help in producing rain. The forest helps in producing rain. Rainfall occurs due to the trees. They provide shelter to wildlife. They provide shelter to wildlife. So most of the wildlife is found where? In the forest areas. They give us timber. That is, they give us wood. They give us timber which is useful to make furniture and ships. So what is the purpose of timber? It is used for making furniture and ships. Wood pulp is used for making paper. Wood pulp is used for making paper. We are writing in the notebook or in the paper. From where, how it is being produced? Through the wood pulp. So wood pulp is used for making paper. Then we also get many herbs. We also get many herbs from forest which are used to make medicine. So herbs are used to make medicines. We get herbs from the forest. It is used to make medicines. So I'll just repeat the uses again. Forests keep the air cool and purify the air. They prevent soil erosion. They help in producing rain. And they provide shelter to wildlife. Then they give us timber, they give us wood which is used to make furniture and ships. Then wood pulp is used for making paper, and we also get many herbs from forest which are used to make medicines. Isn't it? So medicines are used or made from the herbs. Now, what is the need for conservation of forest and wildlife? Why we have to conserve the forest and wildlife? The forests are an important natural resource of our country and they should be preserved. Why they should be preserved? Because it is an important natural resource. What does the word resource means? Those things which satisfies our wants or needs. Okay? Those things which satisfies the human wants or needs is known as a resource. Clear? So forests are an important natural resource of our country and they should be preserved. So as it is a natural resource, very important resource, it should be preserved. It should be taken care of. Most of the forests in India are being cut. The forests are being cut. Why? Mainly due to an increase in human population. Increase in human population means the number of people are increasing. Right. So as the number of people increases, the forest is being or the trees are being cut down for making houses, for various other purposes, for agricultural activities. Right. So trees are being cut down mainly because of the increase in human population, that is increase in the number of people. Then the cutting down of trees harm our environment. The cutting down of trees harm our environment. Isn't it? It harms our environment. Harms means destroys our environment. So the cutting down of trees harms our environment. How? By cutting down of, when the trees are being cut down, there will be soil erosion. The pure air will be lost, or it will be impure. The air gets impure. Then wildlife, they will not have the natural habitat. So that is why the wild animals are coming to the villages. You might be hearing the news. Some wild animals are encroaching towards a human settlement. Isn't it? Why they are coming to the places where we are living? Because we have destroyed their forest. We have destroyed their environment. We have destroyed their natural habitat. So cutting down of trees harm our environment. So these are the reasons why we have to or we should conserve the forest. So while we conserve the forest, it will conserve the wildlife also. Right. So there are two important terms called deforestation and afforestation. Very important. Okay. So cutting down of trees. What is deforestation? Cutting down of trees is called deforestation. The cutting down of trees are called deforestation, whereas planting new saplings is called afforestation. Where in the school sometimes you used to get the small plants. Those plants you would go to your home and plant it. So that planting of new plants or new saplings is called afforestation. ചെറിയ ചെറിയ ചെടികൾ വരാറില്ലായിരുന്നു കവറിൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് അത് ചെന്ന് നടുവായിരുന്നു അല്ലേ? So that is new saplings. So planting new saplings is called afforestation. Planting new plants or trees is known as afforestation. When the trees are being cut down, it is known as deforestation, and when we are planting new trees or plants, it is called afforestation. Now, the Indian forest contain a rich variety of wild plants and animals. Indian forest, we have evergreen forest, we have deciduous forest, tropical dry desert forest is there, tidal forest is there. Even in the Himalayan ranges we can find coniferous forest. So all the 5 types of forest is found in India. So this is the reason why a rich variety of wild plants and animals can be found in India. Okay? So elephants, Asiatic lion, rhinoceros, the Bengal tiger are found in India. So Bengal tiger is also found in India. Elephants are there, you know, Asiatic elephants, Asiatic lion, rhinoceros, the Bengal tiger. These are the wildlife which we can find in India. And wildlife has been affected by deforestation. What is deforestation? Cutting down of trees, isn't it? So when the trees are being cut down, the natural habitat of the wildlife is being destroyed, isn't it? So they have been affected by deforestation. Some species of animals and birds have become extinct. Extinct means no more. We cannot find that particular animal or bird. Extinct means no more. Okay. Extinct means no more. So a particular species of animals and birds are no more. Why they are no more? Because we have cut down the trees. We have created deforestation, and that has affected the wildlife. Then, to protect the endangered birds and animals, several sanctuaries, national parks and zoological gardens have been built by the government. So to protect these endangered birds and animals, the endangered means they are under danger, because we are destroying the natural habitat as well as killing these wild animals. Like in the news, you have heard one elephant has been killed. So in the same way, the endangered, some special animals or birds are there who are being endangered. That is, humans are trying to kill those birds and animals. So to protect endangered birds and animals, several sanctuaries, national parks and zoological gardens have been built by the government. Zoo is one of the examples for that. Okay? So they are being protected. These animals are being protected. Animals as well as birds and other insects are being protected. Those who are endangered. So to protect the endangered birds and animals, several sanctuaries, national parks and zoological gardens have been built by the government. Then, when do we celebrate the World Forest Day? We celebrate the World Forest Day on March 21st. We celebrate the World Forest Day when? On March 21st. March 21st has been referred in another chapter. Do you remember in the rotation and revolution, the chapter? Then March 21st is referred when the equator receives the vertical rays of the sun. So March 21st. Remember like that. So March 21st equinox, that is equator receives the vertical rays of the sun. The same day, same month is for celebrating the World Forest Day. So World Forest Day is celebrated on March 21st or 21st March. It is the moral duty. It is our duty. Okay, it is our duty. That is, we are the citizens of India. So it is the moral duty of every citizen to save our forest and our wildlife. It is our duty to save our forest and wildlife. So it is not for only humans can live on the earth. No. Even the wildlife has to live. If the wildlife is needed, the forest or trees are there. So we have studied about the uses of forest. If we are cutting down the forest, it will destroy the environment. That itself will destroy our life. So we need to save our forest and our wildlife. It is our moral duty. And when do we celebrate the World Forest Day? On 21st March. Okay. So what have we learned today? We have learned about the two forests, the thorn forest. These are also called the dry desert forest. Then they grow in places that have scanty rainfall. There's very less rainfall. thorny forest trees are date palm, babul and cactus. Here you can see that the area is very dry, only some vegetation can be seen, some plants can be seen.
Thorny.
The tidal forest is otherwise known as the mangrove forest. They grow in the deltas along the coast. These forests are flooded by sea water, and the Sundarbans is one of the best examples for the tidal forest. Where is it? In West Bengal. Then the uses of forest: it keeps the air cool and purifies the air. They prevent soil erosion. They help in producing rain. They provide shelter to wildlife. They give us timber which is used for making furniture and ships. Wood pulp is used for making paper. And we also get many herbs from forest which are used to make medicines. Ayurveda is there, which uses these herbs. Then, conservation of forest and wildlife. Forests are an important natural resource. That is the reason why we have to preserve it. It is a natural resource. Then most of the forests in India are being cut. As it is being cut, why it is being cut? Because of the increase in human population. Okay? So that is one of the reasons why we have to conserve the forest. As the number of trees is being cut down, it will cause environmental issues or problems. The cutting down of trees harm our environment. So rainfall will be less. It will when there is heavy rainfall, it will cause soil erosion. Then the air will not be pure. Then, so two terms are there, very important: deforestation and afforestation. Cutting down of trees is called deforestation. Planting new saplings is called afforestation. Then Indian forests contain a rich variety of wild plants and animals. So some of them are elephants, Asiatic lion, rhinoceros, the Bengal tiger. These are found in India. And wildlife has been affected by the deforestation. Right? So many species of animals and birds have become extinct. That is, they are no more. So to protect these endangered birds and animals, several sanctuaries, national parks and zoological gardens have been built by the government. And the World Forest Day is celebrated on 21st March. It is the moral duty of every citizen to save our forest and our wildlife. So this is where the chapter ends, and let's do the exercise again. You can write down these fill-ups in your notebook. Okay. Right. So the first question is, date palm grows in dash forest. Date palm grows in which forest? Yes, it is thorny forest. It is thorny forest. Then second, dash forest grow in the deltas along the coast. Can you remember which type of forest grows along the deltas of the coast? Yes, it is tidal, or otherwise known as the mangrove. So tidal forest grow in the deltas along the coast. Then third, dash is used for making furniture. What is used to make furniture? Is it timber, paper, teak or sandalwood? Yes, it is timber, isn't it? It is timber. So timber is used to make furniture and ships. Then the cutting down of trees is called what? The cutting down of trees is called deforestation. So we have afforestation, deforestation, reforestation and forestation. So what is the answer? It is Deforestation. Yes. So cutting down of trees is called deforestation. Deforestation. Okay. So this is the exercise which you have to do. Even as far as I remember, you have the worksheet. You can do the exercise in the worksheet also. Okay. But these questions you have to write down in your notebook. Okay. So date palm grows in thorny forest. Tidal forests grow in the deltas along the coast. Timber is used to make furniture, and the cutting down of trees is called deforestation. This is the exercise which you have to write in your notebook. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubt, this is the number you can call. Okay, take care.